So now that we got the whole rants out of the way, kind of gone out, did a little bit more ranting, and as three of us, what will our first topic be tonight?
Gas?
Gas.
I got
Gas
gas. You got gas?
slash
You got gas?
diesel prices.
You got gas. Everybody's got gas.
John's always got gas. Just thank God he's not here. But gas and diesel prices. I'm paying $3.86 for diesel. Whenever I first bought a diesel, I was planning on paying cheaper than gas. Back like in the old days when it was like 96 cents for diesel and $1.20 for gas.
Oh, I remember.
Complete total opposite. Now gas is $3.19,
$3.25.
$3.25. Diesel's $3.86. What the hell?
See, I drive a Grand Am. It's got a 14-gallon tank in it. It cost me almost $40 now to fill that up.
120 bucks to fill it.
You know, like 35, but I drive a 2007 Civic, so I don't have to fill up that much either.
35-gallon tank.
Oh,
God, that lie. Woo! The power's nice, the truck is awesome, I love it, but it's like a whole paycheck just to get gas.
How much are you paying again?
$3.86.
A gallon.
That gets expensive.
You can't even put 10 bucks in because next corner you make, you're needing gas.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
There's a certain point in prices when it can go so high, and then demand is just going to give up because nobody can afford it. It's going to go onto credit cards, which is going to cause credit cards to go down, taxes, everything's going to start plummeting because of gas. And I've always believed that there's a certain point where supply and demand just aren't going to meet.
yeah, there's a certain point in that supply and demand curve where demand is so hot, well, demand is so low, or demand is so high that supply cannot meet that.
Well, it's the oil executives are making incredible money. I worked at the bank. There was this guy, Mr. Fernandez. He used to come in every single Friday with at least 2 paychecks, and each paycheck was worth at least $8,000. The man had well over $600,000.
Look overseas. People that sell the oil from overseas to all the other countries, they're driving freaking Bentleys. And
Yeah.
They have a mile-long house full of all these rooms, and there's only 2 people living there. And then they got all kinds of cars spread out in front. I mean, I remember seeing a picture where it's this huge house, all the lights were on, and in front, all kinds of cars, and in the center was a stainless steel Bentley. Stainless steel. The whole thing stainless, I mean, polished out. What the hell?
That's past ridiculous.
Who really needs
There's no need for that. And that's where all our money is going, to pay for all these other countries to have wealth. When we obviously have the oil, we have everything we need to support ourselves, and I know it won't last forever. That what we have will not last forever. But it can at least save us gas prices right now until they overseas realizes, oh, we need to cut down the prices.
Yeah. Well, where we live in Dallas, it's not even the most expensive place to live in our state. I mean, Houston is almost at $4 a gallon for unleaded gas.
Yeah, they're right there.
LA is like I think at least, if not over $4
Which
a
they have
gallon.
refineries there down there too in Houston.
Yeah.
So that's going to bump up prices also.
Yeah. I mean, we're one of the cheaper kind of sections of the country for gas. So I feel sorry for anyone out there living in like LA, New York City, Detroit, Houston. It's bad.
But also, one thing that really pisses me off is gas stations. They'll see the corner store or gas station down the street, they'll kind of bump their prices up. Well, the other one's like, oh, well, we better bump them up a little bit just to keep up. Well, say they bought a barrel the day before last, filled all their tanks up, get ready for gas, and they got their gas prices set. Well, then they see other people kind of bumping them up a little bit. They bump their prices up, and they're not even having to pay for that price up. They're just building their prices up, and they still have that full tank under the concrete. Why bump the prices up until you got to buy more? It helps everybody out. They're going to get more business for having a cheaper price. In my honest opinion, people do shop around. There are some people that just kind of pull into a random place, whatever, but they're going to pay attention to prices. And if prices keep going up, they're going to give up.
I mean, there should not be any. I mean, think back to when we were much younger, like even 10 years ago. gas was like, you could look at the gas, you would freak out when the 2
Yeah.
was going on the board.
Yeah.
Now we're freaking out for when the 3 is on the board.
I remember when gas was 86 cents a gallon.
I remember
And,
that.
and now we're kind of, we're like, oh, it's $3. It's $3. Yes, it's $3. What, 2 years ago it was under $2?
Yeah. I mean, this is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
All right, now I'm going to go on a rant of diesel. And the fact of we
The
are
only one that
always,
runs diesel.
we will always have diesel. Always. It is a byproduct of gas. But the whole reason that they give for being more expensive than gas, we don't have enough refineries. And yet, all of our farm equipment, all of our agriculture is ran off of diesel. With the prices skyrocketing, we're ruining agriculture in itself. Because farmers cannot make a living off of it anymore, which causes grocery stores to go down and their products, everything else. Everything's going down. Why does diesel have to be where it's at? There's no point to it. What are you doing?
Let's make sure the camera's in the right spot.
That would have been bad if it wasn't.
Yeah.
As long as we got us two, mine will.
Where's the original?
Those logos.
The original. Oh, remind me later for the political guy. I gotta send a shout out to somebody very important. Big news at the end of this show. Big news.
Something I don't know about?
No, because you're not going to do it. And you might know about it, but if you don't, you'll be stunned. You'll be shocked. You'll be appalled
Oh,
even.
is it that one chick?
Yes.
Okay.
Big news at the end of this.
Yes.
So,
He knows about it.
I know.
But,
I
okay.
am the orchestrator. I am the maestro, if you will.